Probably ain't doing these videos in hells, even though no, I probably ain't doing these videos in hells. What's good, y'all? Coach Sounds here, and I'm actually back with a guess a reaction video. I saw this video. People told me to look at it just because I am a music producer that make beats and crap like that. Give this video a shot. This is probably like the third or fourth reaction video I did on this channel, but we're gonna watch it. How much money do hip hop producers actually make? I I have an idea. Of course, I have an idea, but I want to guess. Let's watch the video. Then I'll probably get my thoughts as the video plays.
It seems like these days you're basically required to own a fortune's worth of expensive jewelry, cars, and clothes if you want to be a musical artist. The image of an artist is fundamentally dependent on the idea that rapping and singing is such a high-paid career you don't even have to work at all. But the truth is, behind the scenes, rich and famous artists don't exist without countless hours of work from all the different people.
I'm gonna put the Coach Cassius on.
Video directors, photographers, social media managers, booking agents, stylists, audio engineers, lawyers, writers. These are all important jobs that can turn a rap career from a dream into reality. But there's no
Mike Dean
team that is more important than the producer. Having a producer that understands
Mike
your
Dean.
sound and can build beats around your strengths as a rapper, as well as elevate your music.
Oh shit! Shout out to Alchemist.
That's what separates amateur artists rapping over 40 years.
You know, the funny thing about Alchemist since I've been listening to him like since he was working with Mod D. Damn, show my age, but I was hella young, so I can't really. Yeah, that's how you know I'm very in tune with music. I always said that Alchemist need to do like a project with J. Cole. I'm surprised that hasn't happened yet. I know he does. I know he got projects with Currency. He got some of my favorite songs. We was with Currency. We make songs with Currency. But let's continue watching this video.
YouTube beats from cutting-edge, forward-thinking musical pioneers. Producers are so essential that there's just no such thing as a great rap song without great production. Well, I think we can all see that good rapping isn't exactly necessary to make songs go viral. And with rappers
that is true.
Making so much money from their songs, it's only logical to think that they're producers who provide 50% of the DNA.
You know the crazy thing about this? I know it don't have nothing to do with rapping. It has something to do with music. That rapping, there's money into rap, making music, rapping, blah blah blah. But there's levels to this. Like, if you look at where the pop star is at, they is touching some different type of money. That's the reason why I'm trying to get more, learn how to do more different styles of type of beats. But that's in the future though.
Of a track can also be raking in piles of cash, but it turns out that being a hip hop
I definitely want to do R&B though.
job than you might think. Looking at a 2021 list of the highest earning hip hop acts, there isn't a single producer on the list. And
Let me look at that. Damn, Birdman? Well, he sounds artist though. Doja Cat, damn. Alright, I'm gonna talk to Doja. I'm gonna get to the Doja Cat thing in a minute. Tech Nine shot the underground scene, which is kind of crazy because he's doing this. He's still more crazy for being underground. J. Cole, he know how to make beats. But I understand what he's talking about. Eminem, DJ Khaled, yeah. Travis Scott makes beats. It's kind of crazy he making this much money still, and I ain't patient to the year he said, but I don't think he dropped nothing last year. Guess because of touring. Wiz Khalifa making 45 minutes crazy. It's not crazy because he do got some hits too. So it's pretty much based off the old. It gotta be based on old catalog. What year is it? I gotta be curious.
Looking at a 2021 list of the highest earning
2021. Oh, never mind. My fault. I just realized that they talking about like stuff they do outside of music. I know Wiz, he got like definitely. I know he got like strings and stuff out there. And Bessie.
In an era where artists like Yeat and Ken Carson are basically being carried by their production, when hip-hop is more dependent on good beats than ever before, why are producers still so underappreciated? I'm Philip, this is Volksgeist. Let's get into it. This video is brought to you by Nebula through our bundle with Curiosity Stream. Nebula is the only place where you can watch all hip-hop producers wear many hats. They might compose music, they might play instruments, they might chop up samples, they might guide artists or lead musicians through
Kenny Beats.
Sometimes producers work as mixing and recording engineers at the same time, and there are
I tried engineering. At the time of trying engineering, I didn't really like it. I appreciate engineers more at the time. Then people like show me some stuff how they do it on FL Studio and other software. You see, I'm gonna give it a try. I'm gonna practice engineering.
Producers such as The Alchemist, Madlib, Kenny Beats, Murda Beats, Metro Boomin, Sonny Digital, Hit Boy, 808 Mellow. These are all well-known names, and there are many more who are familiar to the average music listener. But most working producers in music don't have nearly as much notoriety relative to the impact they make on the songs we listen to. And like I mentioned earlier, despite all the work they put in, the majority of producers aren't making nearly as much per song as popular rappers in their genre. But that doesn't necessarily mean that being a producer is a bad job.
I'm pretty sure you're gonna talk about this too, like how producers be in it and screwed over it and shit like that. I'm pretty sure you're gonna talk about that.
Look at where the inequality in earnings comes from and what exactly producers can do to get their fair share. If you're a popular producer, you work with major record labels, you're selling a couple beats a month, you're probably making money one of two ways. First of all, you're selling beats to rappers. Hypothetically, let's say you're Metro Boomin and 21 Savage in the studio recording for a new song. He asks for beats, you send him some beats, and if he ends up using an instrumental you sent, you could charge a flat fee or a percentage point with royalties. If you want to get paid in percentage points, major labels will usually pay around 1.5 to 3 or 4% of the song's royalties to the producer. This could be a pretty good deal if the song goes viral.
Yeah, I'm about to say it based on how big the song could get.
Ends up getting
Which is kind of hard. It's not really hard. I don't know. I want to talk more about this. 'Cause I know a lot of songs go crazy viral on TikTok now.
streams. Like, for example, let's say Butterfly Effect by Travis Scott. That's a pretty mature song. It came out 4 years ago. And in those 4 years, it's gotten 1 billion streams on Spotify, which alone is worth like $60,000. So while that's probably not as much as the artist is getting paid, most artists make between 10 and 20% of their streaming royalties unless they own their masters. Selling beats for a percentage of royalties can be a good idea if you're a producer with a big name who gets to work with big artists whenever.
What's the point of having close catching in my face is blocking the way? I probably move it, can I? Bow.
Want to. But not every song is a Butterfly Effect type of track. In fact, there are only a few songs like that every single year.
True.
So another way that many producers charge for their music
Probably
is a
flat.
fee
Yeah, I
per
got
unit
it.
sold. Of course, you don't have the possibility of making $60, $70, $80,000 down the road if the song goes super viral, but it's a safer way of getting paid up front if the song isn't necessarily expected to be a huge hit. While some producers at the top of the food chain can charge in the ballpark of $50,000 to $75,000 per.
Stop juicing, green juices, detox juices, starving yourself, all of them.
Alright, let's get that. But yeah, I was about to say something, I got distracted. We will continue to watch this video.
If they have a long list of successful songs behind them.
Before I forget. But long story short, I guess building your brand up is, that should be like, if you want to do, but that's in anything you want to do though. Just focus on building your brand. Or value yourself, I guess you could say.
It's more common that beats from moderately successful producers can go from around $5,000 to $15,000 depending on who they're selling to. And that
Yeah,
can
that's
add up
reasonable.
pretty quickly to a solid amount of money if you're selling a few dozen beats per year. But at the same time, many producers can be featured on platinum-selling viral hit songs and end up with little to no boosts to their personal brands whatsoever. You know, the average music listener can probably name 100 artists. You could be vaguely aware of their life stories, where they come from, but I probably only know the faces and details of maybe a dozen, 20 producers at best, and I'm someone who's always.
I can't really see their faces. One look like Manny Fresh. I know that's Wonder Girl. I can't really see the other faces.
And I think that's how it is for most music listeners. Sure, we all know Metro Boomin, Hit Boy, The Alchemist, Madlib, but there are countless producers whose work we listen to all the time without ever knowing their names or faces. And that leads to another issue producers have to deal with. One of the main ways that rappers get paid for their music isn't from Spotify or radio. It's from cashing in on their brand. I mentioned earlier that
there you go.
2 to 3% of the royalties from a song, but it's not.
Yeah, I was just saying that. I was talking about brand. I had to read that.
Other 98. They're most likely getting around 15 to 20% of what a song makes.
I think it's like the first I seen King Beats what I had.
On streaming, if they're making any money from royalties at all. A lot of record labels don't pay out for royalties whatsoever, and the only way for artists to make money is to cash in on their brand. In order to make real money, most rappers have to go on tour, which can make tens or hundreds of thousands of dollars per show. They can sell features to other artists for tens or hundreds of thousands of dollars per verse. They can do club appearances for tens of thousands of dollars. Some artists can even get multi-million-dollar clothing and shoe sponsorships like athletes. Some rappers sell merch. They can create whole lines of products like drinks or jewelry. 99% of producers will never be able to do any of that because they don't get enough publicity in the industry to command that sort of respect. While Lil Wayne signed a multi-million-dollar...
Oh, there you go. I was gonna talk about this. I said it. I talked about this earlier. That remember the producer for Nearly had to sue because they didn't pay the royalties, which is crazy.
Mountain Dew, the producer of A Milli, one of Wayne's most popular songs, later had to sue Lil Wayne's label for not paying him for the beat from that mega popular hit track. And remember, once you sell a beat to a rapper, that's their beat now. It's their song. They can go perform it at any concert they want to for the rest of their career, and you can't because they bought it from you. Washed up rappers still play shows and make a decent living for years after the fact, and you say the same for producers? On the other hand, a small group of producers have managed to brand themselves to the point where they become just as recognizable as many of their rapper counterparts. And Metro Boomin is the shining modern example of a superstar producer. He's had countless hits.
I agree with Metro, but I think it was people. But today's environment, yes, Metro. I remember Pharrell, he was actually making music. He raps and make music. Kanye, of course, everybody know Kanye. Dr. Dre, like I said, that's older times.
Migos, 21 Savage, Young Thug, Gucci Mane, Travis.
But just so y'all producing, I understand what you're talking about.
Scott and many others, to the point where Metro Boomin can reportedly charge up to $75,000 for one single instrumental. Metro Boomin is so popular that he can release his own albums that hit #1 on the Billboard charts, just off his name alone. And he's considered by many to be the creator of the late 2010s trap sound, all as a producer. And Metro Boomin has capitalized on that influence by releasing his own albums, Metro Boomin albums, one of which went platinum and debuted at #1 on the Billboard 200. There are many other producers who were able to monetize on a similar level in the 2000s, like Pharrell, Timbaland, Swizz Beatz, with Pharrell also having his own hit songs.
Oh, shout out to Timbaland also.
As the guest features instead of the other way around. One of the most recent being Cash In, Cash Out with Tyler, the Creator, and 21 Savage. But at the same time, many producers can get screwed over if they sell a beat for $500, $1,000, $5,000, and the song ends up getting hundreds of millions of streams unexpectedly. For example,
I'm about to say Old Town Road.
X bought the beat to Old Town Road for just $30. A song that would go on to become the fastest.
I think that was just a lease.
Track to ever be certified.
So I think the producers still own the beat. Cause $30 for like exclusive rights. I don't know. It's kind of hard to say. Let's continue on this video.
And the longest charting #1 single.
Now, cause I be seeing things of people. You know what? Let's continue. I'm trying to look at it. I don't want to look at this.
But at the
Okay, there we go. But yeah, Old Town Road. I remember there was like stories about that. I was about to say, y'all now remember now. I lost my train of thought. But yeah, this goddamn cat. But yeah, cause what I was about to say, this cat made me lose my train of thought. Hey, give me 1 second. Okay, I remember what I was about to say. So yeah, of course you see like ads and stuff, like people spend like exclusive rights for like 50 beats for like $20. I see that a lot. It's kind of crazy with this stuff like that. Let's continue on with the video.
At the same time, selling beats on the internet for low prices has become one of the best ways for producers to make a good living off their work. Small amateur producers actually have something that no small rappers could ever have. People are actually willing to buy what they're selling. Most amateur rappers could never get $50 for a feature in their wildest dreams. That's just not how rap works. If you don't have some kind of clout or some kind of brand, it doesn't matter if you can rap fast or if you have good melodies. No one wants to hear from you if they don't know who you are.
Facts.
Ready. But that issue.
I'll say talent don't really. You don't need to be talented. I guess with anything, all you gotta do is build your brand up, especially in today's environment.
Of brand awareness doesn't apply to producers at all. Websites like BeatStars have made it possible for more unknown producers to make money from their beats than ever before. And of course, bigger artists may end up noticing you and hiring you to work for them if your beats pick up traction. Where at the same time, the chance of a no-name rapper posting on YouTube.
I think that's also a point of YouTube, any site like YouTube, Instagram, in a sense. I don't know, Instagram, I don't know. Instagram is definitely changing from what I was on there for. I remember I got shadow banned on Instagram for something very stupid, and before that I was just getting traction on my beats on Instagram. I don't know, Instagram was like becoming softcore porn technically. Long story short.
YouTube and getting picked up by a label the next day is next to zero. So nowadays there are thousands of producer channels on YouTube selling dreams and aspirations to up and coming artists. Type Beat channels will upload beats in the style of established artists. Frank Ocean Type Beat 20.
I actually got a video I want to talk about type beats.
21 Savage type beat. Whatever you're looking for, you can find it. And young artists looking to copy their favorite rappers and singers will go buy instrumentals off these channels to rap on top of so they can find the style they're looking for. And for a lot of producers, this has quickly become a profitable business model. A lot of the time, the same beat can be sold countless times to different artists. And there are
Bingo.
so many type beat channels that get tens or hundreds of thousands of views.
Which that's a hit and miss, because during my time selling beats, I believe it happened a year ago. A guy, he told me that he don't want to use a beat that I guess other artists bought, but he didn't want to pay for the exclusive. Noted, I did took exclusives off my beat store. I might bring it back if people want it, but yeah, I took it off because it didn't make no sense. Right, people at least more of the beats anyways. I'd rather sell the same beat and still own majority of the rights of it. But like I said, it's hit or miss. I think it depends who got. I had those rappers, but my thing is about that. Rappers should be focused on building their brand. Like, buy the beat. If the song takes off, then stuff could happen. I'll say it like that.
Views per video, which means they're making
That's why I always encourage people to just lease the beat more than buying the exclusive rights. Because if the song becomes a hit, then you can just try to buy the beat. Like, I don't know.
on top of the sales.
This is weird.
Andy Chamberlain is a producer whose work has been featured by artists like Lil Baby, Summer Walker, King Von and Lil Durk, and Earth Gang. And he also has a YouTube channel where he sells beats online, and he says that he makes over $20,000 a month selling instrumentals and earning ad revenue from his videos. This model has been adopted by many producers throughout the industry, such as Havoc from Mob Deep, Shawty Red,
shout out Mobb Deep.
pioneers of trap music, 808 Mellow, who worked closely with Pop Smoke, and of course the Internet Money Collective, who are some of the first pioneers of the online beat sale market in the first place. At this point, you're probably wondering if pursuing a career in music production is even worth it at all. And I think the answer is that it definitely can be if you really love making music for its own sake and don't see it as a get-rich-quick scheme. Because
I was about to say that just do. Like I said, everything you do, do it as a hobby. Always start as a hobby.
that's not what it is. A hip-hop producer is someone who's so passionate about their craft that they don't really need to be in the spotlight. It's a job that takes real hard work. You aren't going to go viral.
Like, I don't know if you for the new viewers, because I invested it in the MPC, so I haven't really been uploading beats as much. So I'm trying to get. I've been trying to practice this goddamn thing as of late. That's because I like making music, and I want to do more than just make music at the end of the day. Because I definitely want to get into more sound design type of stuff. But like I said, I got to start little by little. Let me try to continue building up this brand. So subscribe to this YouTube channel. I'm trying to hit 10K.
Overnight with a shitty beat, and even if you do, it's probably not going to last more than 5 minutes. And even if you do put in tons of hard work and you make a lot of money, you still might not end up famous, so to speak. A career as a music producer can be both lucrative and frustrating at the same time, as the industry will almost never treat you with the respect you deserve. There are so many stories of producers who create the beats and the instrumental.
I think that's probably why a lot of, the quote-unquote big YouTuber producers, as soon as they hit like a certain amount of subscribers, they just stop focusing on YouTube. I'm not going to say no names, because pretty sure half y'all know the names. And I noticed, maybe it could just be me, because what I be seeing in my feed, especially with these goddamn ads, I know a lot of the bigger producers are usually not from the U.S., I guess you could say, that's still like going hard on the YouTube channel. So there's a handful. There's a handful. But I'm talking about in like hip hop producers in general. I guess I'll say it like that. Hip hop, rap, certain genres, like they hit like a certain threshold, then half of them move to like, I guess, the West Coast or where the music scene is high. Then they start using their YouTube channel. But I don't know. I could be wrong.
And the backbone of famous songs and either don't get paid at all or only get paid pennies compared to how much the song might earn. As a producer, you need to have a strong work ethic creatively and in business to get the recognition and the money you're owed. But ultimately, producers are just as important to the art as the rappers. If you have the passion to put the work in, the right producer and the right artist teaming up at the right time can absolutely create two stars at once.
That's why I be trying to. This is part I be trying to do. I be trying to find like an artist that I could just work with. Because Plus, a lot of people tell you this. I think I said too. Look for artists to grow with, and just work with the artists. Cause you can still do your thing on the side. Just work with a certain amount of artists. That's the reason I'm trying to like find the artists that could probably fit my style or I could fit their style, and then try to grow with them.
If you're interested in how producers get paid, I think you'll also like my video breaking down the top artists of 2022, which is available a week early on Nebula. Nebula really is the best place to watch my videos anywhere.
I think this video is over anyways.
My newest video, the top artists of 2020, for high quality creators to post not only Adam Neely to name just a few. And the best way to get access to, so if you want to get access to the stream, and of course,
I think that's the video. I like that video. Also, alright. I think Oz is a good example of a famous producer through his production for Drake, plus the work he does for German artists like True. I'm a producer in a country that doesn't even use trap beats or listen to deep root or rap other than mainstream radio hits. True. I thought I said German. Okay. Y'all German. Okay. I got a future video. I want to talk about a certain big name producer too I want to make. Even though I think the situation died down, but I kind of want to get my thoughts on that. I poke fun at it a little bit if you pay attention to the communities tab. Alright, yeah. I like the video. If people just wondering, I was producer from Switzerland 2016. 6 figures plus royalty taxes. Also said he sold a single beat for 100K. Palace also said in a workshop that produces Palace. In Palace's case, most likely the man was Palace. When I didn't know the video, the video I might talk about. But yeah, well, the moral of this, I guess the story of this video is producers should focus on building that brand if you want to take music more serious, because today everybody want to be producers. I hate when people say something is oversaturated. I think everything's just oversaturated. Because if you look on the YouTube side of things, like producer community is not really that big. But a lot of people do want to become producers, which is it's good. And I don't know. I can't really get my end thoughts of it, like what I'm really trying to say, other than just focus on building your brand if you're really serious. Just because it depends where you stay at too. Like the internet, it's gonna play a big role. And with that being said, this damn cat, I'm about to end this video out right now because I'm about to chase this cat. Like, comment, subscribe, all that BS. I'm trying to hit 10K. Give you some more videos of this. I might do more reaction videos again. So, peace. This goddamn cat made me use my train of thought.